All right, let's take these out of my back seat. There you go. What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti, and I got my truck back. And I've also got these, and if you count them, there's 9, trust me. These are all D-Tech injectors, right? And I am gonna not recommend these to anybody. Injectors for trucks are not cheap, right? And these ones are a perfect example. These were remanufactured injectors, and they are the LLY injectors for my truck. My truck is an LLY motor. I got these through XDP Performance, Extreme Diesel Performance. They're terrific. These injectors stink. Now, the injectors are for my truck, which is finally finished. And I'm going to leave these there because even these cores are, I think, $175 per injector for a core charge. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever, $1,800 in core charges right there. Why do I have 9 injectors if I have 8 cylinders on the truck? Well, funny story, glad you asked. And I've got my truck over here, which is finally not smoking.
This is not normal. Anyone that thinks this is normal lives in a really shitty place. That little Greta Van Nostrand girl, or whatever that climate control girl is, she is so angry with me right now. I can see her nostrils flaring in my mind.
It's, oh cool, we have a Lambo on my truck. That's cool. It's finally not smoking, which is good, right? The problem we had was the injectors, and I swapped the injectors. If you remember recently, I've put far too much money into this truck. Luckily, I got it for free, but the fact that it was a rollback absolutely killed me. And the fact that it's running right now, see, this is nice. I should have just done this route and gotten a brand new one. Oh, that thing. But now the truck starts up, fires up, no smoke, and that's good. But the problem we had was the injectors were bad. And the injectors being bad meant the labor is not tremendous on that, but we put when it broke down in Colorado, we put the new injectors in. Let's see here. Let me just show you. No check engine lights. This is from Bergen Diesel. Airbag light? That's no. But no check engine lights or anything. And if you remember last time, it was legitimately like clouding up the sky. We are now clean as a... Yep, see? No smoke, that's good. Now we also put the EGR, we had an EGR delete. So the truck was smoking. We thought the problem was something injector related. Initially we thought the truck was smoking, and that was a result of bad, first Jeff diagnosed it as the EGR. So we did an EGR delete, which is questionably, it's not legal, but we did an EGR delete. They sell kits. That didn't fix it. After that, we said it was the injectors, and since I just bought the injectors and spent like $6,000 to get them put in and put a new head in, we decided to get the injectors warranted because they come with a warranty. I bought them for thousands of dollars because they said the remanufactured injectors come with a warranty for, I think it was like, whatever, 100,000 miles or a couple of years. So I was like, all right, well, that covers me. I bought them, they went bad, and then they said they would only warranty the injectors that were bad. I'm like, how do we know which are bad? Like, the labor is ridiculous here to keep swapping out injectors. So fast forward, I just got all 8 injectors, and we put 8 new injectors in, right? So figured that would solve it, and it didn't. And then we had to look deeper into it. Well, that's a really big problem if it wasn't the injectors. And then it turns out of the 8 new replacement injectors that we got brand new from XDP, the D-Tech injectors, one of those was even bad. So like, these injectors are not recommended. I'm sort of buried in them now. If I was gonna recommend, whatever, just like, I've got so many thousands of dollars into this process, and I would steer clear of the D-Tech injectors. The truck now, I guess somebody backed into something because that's all busted up. But the truck itself here is ready. Now I gave myself 12 days. I made the statement that if I didn't get this truck looking like Speed Force 1 by July 4th, that I was going to sell it. I finished the hardest part, which was getting it running right. Now that it's running right, I just sent it up to Boston just to test it out. Now that it's running right, I am good to get it measured up and wrapped, and then we're going to be doing good. Then the truck is done, then I'll be happy with it. It doesn't really need anything else done to it. Maybe touch-ups on the bed, but I did that like cheap paint job on it just to prevent it from rusting. We'll sand it and just hit the little things. So I ordered another cab and chassis, so I'm going to be building another one of those. But this is going to be a cool, fun truck from whatever, 50 feet. Maybe I'll put it on Turo. I don't know if can you Turo a ramp truck? I'd totally put it up on Turo and let people rent it out. I don't know if that's allowed, but yeah. So that's the update there. Stay away from D-Tech injectors. Don't stay away from XDP. They were actually terrific throughout the process. But I got to send these injectors now. They take a core charge of $175 per injector. I've got 9 of them. And then really, if they get warranted, I now have 9 injectors that I get to be repaid back. So I've got multiple thousands of dollars at play here. When I say multiples, there's like $4,000 in injectors at play, injectors and warranties. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be, I don't get hopeful with any of this stuff, but I'll let you know how it plays out. And this truck, if I were to do it again, I don't know, it's part of the experience to go through it. I'm happy I got Michelin gave me the set of tires, which are awesome. These things have been terrific. I'm going to send this truck over to Seattle. I'm going to have my car go out to Seattle with it for adventure drives next month, and then back from Jackson Hole, just so my car's not on the transporter for that long. But ultimately, we're going to get this thing done. And hopefully, like, look, just so you're aware, right? I didn't spend the money on this one to paint the bed. That one I did. And you see how it's got rust around the edges and stuff? This one was painted from the hauler place that did it. And this also has the same sort of rust. So it's not an exact science. There's always going to be some upkeep and some maintenance on it. I mean, this is from probably a strap hitting it or something like that, and then that compromises the paint and then it rusts. That's on the hinges. They're all going to need a little bit of love, but I'm sort of, I regret it. I don't regret it. I'm just happy that it's finally done, and I have a diesel mechanic at Bergen Diesel that I'm confident can take care of this for the future, and that's the important thing. But stay tuned. Standing by it. If I don't get this thing done by July 4th, I don't care who's wrapping it. If it's Jeff is supposed to be wrapping it, but if I can't get Jeff to do it, I'll get somebody else to do it, because I'm going to be done with this thing, and it's going to be like Speed Force 1. This is going to be probably, I mean, almost as long as the Evo project to get it completed, but at least it'll be completed. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and I guess that's a good news. This is a good news, and just a reminder that this thing will be done in the next 12 days. So, all good things. Rob Ferretti. See you tomorrow. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, this year we've got 2 trips coming up. One which is starting in Seattle and ending in Jackson Hole in July. That's going up through the Canadian Rockies, coming down through Banff, Yellowstone, Glacier National Park, and Grand Teton National Park. It's going to be phenomenal. Also, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland, about double that for the longer trip in July. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.